Hey everybody, my name is Chase Pipes and you're watching Chasing History, brought to you by Arrowheads.com and Smoky Mountain Relic Room. And we are in southwestern Wyoming again this year with a good buddy, JJ Surprise. JJ, thanks for having us on, man.
Great to see you again,
dude,
Chase.
appreciate it, dude.
Oh, you too, Isaac.
Now we're out here in southwestern Wyoming digging for Eocene period fossil fish. Now the Eocene Epoch, you know, that's what, 52 to 30?
Yeah, like 35 to 55.
35 to 55
like
million years old. And in this rock, in this quarry, are species that lived during that time that haven't been discovered yet, and species that are descendants of, like, what is the Anidia is a descendant of every single herring that exists on Earth today.
Yes, and the percoids, the perch.
Right, descendants of the perch.
Yeah.
So, and where we are is we're in a fossil quarry, and that's really hard for people to understand how fossils get out of the ground. And if you look behind us, you know, you see these great drop-offs and stuff like that. And what they do is they find where the layer of rock is exposed. And when they find that layer of rock, they take the overburden, the top layer off, go down upon that layer, and then excavate where those fish are. And JJ is going to explain to us and show us some of the amazing fossils that come out of this quarry. JJ, tell us a little bit about the quarry that you run here.
Well, this is the South Dempsey Quarry, and located about 11.5 miles northwest of Kemmer, Wyoming. And we're the only fossil quarry in the world where you can come and hunt for vertebrate fossils, and you get to keep whatever you find, all the way up to $100,000.
And see, that's a big thing is because most quarries won't let you do that. Everything that you find here at this quarry, up to $100,000 in value, which you can find fossils that valuable here, you get to keep it. So that's a cool deal that you've got going.
And the cool thing is if you do find that $100,000 thing, we don't take it away from you. We give you half of it.
So you get half.
Because the rancher has a clause that we have to give half. We have to give 40% to him.
Right.
So we take 10, and whoever finds it gets the other 50.
And everybody's happy, and that's awesome.
So it's exciting. It's the most exciting and best fossil hunting opportunity in the world, as far as I'm concerned, for vertebrates.
Yeah, man.
But,
well, on a cold, rainy 5th of July, let's go down to the quarry and check it out. Come on, guys, let's go. All right, so now we're down at the quarry site, and JJ, you know, explain to me how people can come out here and pick a spot and dig, you know, like we got these guys out here doing right now.
Yeah, well, these people here are doing what we call lease digging.
Okay.
They've leased out their piece. People can go to leaseyourpiece.com, and they can get the information about how you can actually lease your section of rock, and you get it for the whole season.
So for a whole season, you can lease a section of rock, and every fossil in there
is yours.
Is yours. You
every
got it.
Fossil in there is yours.
Now, what about tourists and people like that just want to come for, like, you know, like Isaac and I, you know, like a day or two, just hang out and dig?
We allow people to come in and do what's called pay digging, and that is where you pay $150 for a day or $30 an hour. We try and encourage people to do a whole day's worth of fossil hunting, and so we give them, you know, at $150 an hour, it works out, or a day, it works out to like $20 an hour.
Right. I mean, yeah, to find 50-million-year-old fish. I mean, that's awesome.
But people can do 1 hour, they can do a whole day,
yeah,
or they can lease their piece, and that makes for an awesome opportunity for people.
Now let me ask you this. So, you know, you've got, you know, people that are, you know, they've got their section, and then you've got, you know, pay diggers that are coming in here for, you know, just an hour or a day or two, you know, digging out. You know, what about you? You know, how do you work around, you know, all these people coming around and digging, you know, because I mean, you dig, you find stuff, you sell stuff. Yeah. So how does that work for you?
Well, you know, actually, that's a great question, because right here, the Tiger, we got it working on doing some excavation, and
So you got a fish up there now?
Because what I'm doing is clearing away all this upper overburden stuff, so that people can't have rocks be falling down on their heads. I don't want to have that happen.
Well, let me get you to explain something real quick. You know, you look at, come here, guys. See this site? Here's what JJ's talking about as far as the overburden, okay? Is the fish come out of this one layer, this thin layer right here, about 6 to 8 feet. Everything above that, there's fossils in it, but they're not that good of quality fossils. They're pretty much broken up, and so that's what he's talking about as being the overburden. So that's pretty much worthless rock, and you got to clear that back. You literally have to move mountains to find these fish. And you know, JJ, in the middle of, you know, doing all this, and you're working around all these other guys, you know, you've got to find stuff for yourself to, you know, to sell and to make a living and money and all that other good stuff. So, you know, you've You got something for us?
For me, I'm just excited to find stuff. And to help other people find stuff and be able to keep it. That's the cool thing about it. But yeah,
well, let's check out what you find. Guys, you're gonna love this. It's freaking awesome. Ah! Come on, let's go.
Ready?
All right, so man, dude, we're up here on the wall, and you're gonna show us, you know, some of the stuff that you pulled out of the rock. Now, explain what we got going on here, dude, because this is freaking sweet, man.
Yeah, this right here is a Ferriotus, either a testis or an encostus. We're not sure which one, but it's also a really great illustration of these layers. These are what we call the split fish layers, and the tail of this fish is still under the surface right here and can be glued back down and then cleaned down this direction.
Oh, okay.
And then we get the entire tail that's missing. And,
so what you got is you got a positive and a negative of the fossil.
Yes.
So when you come out here and dig, you really get you get two fish when you come out here and dig.
Absolutely. You know? Oftentimes you make that split when you open it up. It's Christmas morning again. You open up that fossil and you get that great present. You get two of them. Yes.
Dude, that is awesome.
It really is awesome. See, here's some of the stuff that I bopped out just cleaning away this overburden. Now check this out. Chase, this is something that's really cool. Isaac, come over here and zoom in on that right there and see if people can see that. But right here, this is where his head is. It's right there. See that darkness? That's his head. It's going back into the ground back there. I've got to clear all this stuff away up here and be careful about it so that this rock right here stays in good shape, because this is where the rest of the fish is, right there. You can see it. It goes from right here and it keeps going over into there.
So this
that's
is pretty,
where his head is.
So this is pretty complicated, because you know you find half of a fish, and it's Ferriotus. I mean, that's a valuable fish. You know, what do you think? $300-400 you can get out of that?
Well, that's actually probably going to be more like $1,000.
$1,000, yeah, $1,000 fish. So you know you get half of it. You want to get the rest of it, but what you've got to do is you've got to take out the rest of this overburden, remember where you found that particular fossil, and extract it out of the ground safely, you know, without destroying the rest of it. I mean, that's just, you know, it's really, you got to have your stuff together, man, you know, in order to pull this off, you know.
But it's a lot of fun, that's for sure. It's a challenging thing to try and get a 50 million year old fossil back to life.
Yeah.
Because that's the way I look at it, is I kill lots of fossils and I'm trying to bring as many back to life as I can.
Well, you know, the thing is I mean, you know, you're the very first person. That's what's cool about this is you were the very first person ever to see this fossil, this species come out of the ground. And you know, not only that, but the opportunity in these layers are species that have been undescribed, unknown, that are brand new to science. You know, the big thing around this quarry is one day we're going to find a mammal, you know, and to find a mammal here, you know, that would just blow the roof off of modern science.
We may have very well found that mammal, a sloth.
Oh God, man. This year?
You haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man. Yeah. See, that's what's cool is that science is literally being discovered and described here at this quarry in Kimmer, Wyoming. You know, there's still stuff out there to find. There's still stuff to discover. And that's what's amazing about history is you can never find it all, you can never discover it all, you can never know it all. So there's all kinds of awesome opportunities, you know, to be that person to bring new knowledge out to science. That's just, that's why we do this. That's why we chase history, man. It's freaking killer, man. This is awesome. Woo! So, man, this is cool. I mean, look and check back here. I mean, if that ain't an office window, man, dude, I don't know what is. That's just killer.
Yeah,
so
it is nice. You gotta make sure to follow the quarry rules. Rule number 1, have fun.
That's right. That's right. Well, JJ, tell us about your operation here and tell us how people can get a hold of you.
The best way to get a hold of me is to go to youfindit.youkeepit.com. That's with a U. You find it, you keep it. And you can get a hold of me through email that way, or you can get a hold of me by getting a hold of me on the telephone. That's 801-573-6971.
Man,
Chase, thank you so much, buddy. You're awesome, man.
Dude, thanks for having us, man. We've had a blast. Remember, how do you know where you're going unless you know where you've been? It's in studying and understanding the mistakes of the past that prevent the failures of the future. Man, dude, doesn't history rock?
Absolutely, baby.
History rocks, man. Literally, it's in the rock.
And as my good buddy Chase would say, do good and be good.
That's right.
Yes. All right.
Woo!